Good Saturday morning, everyone. I hope that you're having a wonderful morning. I hope that you've had a wonderful week. I love you. God loves you. And this morning I am in Luke chapter 6, and my focus are verses 39 and 40. The title basically is Be a Good Example if you're going to be a teacher. Don't be a hypocrite. So the bottom line, don't be a hypocrite. If you're going to teach others, if you're going to lead others, make sure that you're setting the right example. But without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the verses real quick. And this is Luke chapter 6, verses 39 through 40. And he spake a parable unto them. This is Jesus. Can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into the ditch? The disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master. So everyone that's been fully trained will be as their master. So if you're teaching someone and they are fully trained, they're going to be taught what you've taught them. So if you told them this is what to do and you've led a different example, they're fully going to be watching and doing what you say. So it's important, especially as parents or as young adult teachers, young student teachers, teenage teachers. If you're a Sunday school teacher or something, you're leading others not only by what you say, but by example. So it's important to make sure that we do the right thing. I think it's also important to set the standard, or set the setting here, make sure that we are fully aware of what's going on. Jesus had just picked his 12 disciples, and he came down to a flat area. It says a plain. And so he has many people coming to him that want to be healed and to hear him and to be taught. And he begins to teach the Beatitudes. He teaches that it's blessed, that the poor and the meek and the hungry will be blessed, and those that are persecuted for him will be blessed. So those that are seeking God and seeking to do his will be blessed. He says, woe to the rich and the fed and the happy and the praised people. Basically, the people that are rejecting God, they're finding their glory in worldly things. So those that aren't seeking God won't be blessed. And then it says, love everyone, even those who are not nice to you. Give to everyone, even those who are not nice to you. Of course, I'm paraphrasing everything for the purpose of just giving you a picture here. I definitely recommend going into Luke chapter 6 and reading the whole thing so that you can see what I'm telling. But I'm just setting the picture. He says, give to everyone, even those who are not nice to you. If someone strikes you, turn the other cheek. Don't judge or condemn others. And be a good teacher. So back to our verses. Be a good teacher. Be a good example. He follows with the speck in the log. If you have a log in your eye, how are you going to help a brother that has a speck in their eye? In other words, if you are trying to tell somebody that they're doing wrong, make sure that you are doing the right thing first, or else they're going to be able to hold that against you. So you want to make sure that before you approach somebody about something that they might be outside of God with, make sure you're doing the right thing first. But again, that's not my focus today. He follows with, if you're doing good, you'll have good fruit. If you're doing bad, you'll have bad fruit. In other words, a bad tree is not going to produce good fruit, and a good tree is not going to produce bad fruit. So make sure that you're doing the right thing and you're setting the right example. Again, being a good teacher, producing a good student. And then finally, he says, or he goes over building on the rock, building your house on the rock, making sure you have a good foundation. So if you listen and you obey God's words, if you are following in his path, if you are walking with him and not away from him, then you're building that foundation. You're building your house on the rock. But if you're not doing what he says, if you're not following his words, if you're not walking on that path, you are walking away, then it's like building on sand. And when that storm comes, it's going to wash out your house. So I digress. I pull back into verses 39 and 40. And once again, be a good example. No matter what, be a good example, because somebody's watching you, somebody's following you, and somebody's watching to see what you do as a Christian. So if you are a teacher, Don't be a hypocrite. Okay? I hope that you can take this and use it today. I love you. God loves you. We'll talk to you again soon.